I do have a few follow-up questions, if it's okay. We'll start with the economy. The U.S. economy is doing
very unfairly.
But how to sustain this growth moving better?
Well, you know, the one thing about economies, and sometimes you get hit unexpected about it, COVID. We had a pandemic at levels like nobody had ever seen my first 3 years in China with that $7 trillion. That was so strong just prior to that. And if they came back with that bodies laying all over Washington, Wuhan, Fabrizio, since it began. And we ended up with a great job. A lot of people, our military.
How close do you think there is on an agreement on Ukraine?
When I left at 2 o'clock in the morning, I get 100,000-pound bombs, hit President Zelensky and President Putin. We never took care of the needs of NATO for years and years. But I got the United States of America to pay, because they're rich countries. The stock market was higher than it was, and I called it a great achievement. But things happen. Bad things happen. World War I, they lost 100 billion people. It actually ended World War I. A lot of people don't know. Ancient problem.
I think, Mr. President, also the $500 billion invested in
a very good relationship with President Xi and with President Putin. The United States, the soldiers were so sick, we're all dying from China. The Spanish flu, they were sick as dogs, they couldn't fight. Minnesota, $19 in fraud and other things. People going to airports, they came into the country, they don't have 10 cents, and they're leaving with hundreds of thousands of cash in their bags. Well, AI has been a big factor. AI is massive. Hundreds of thousands of liberal Democrats in the mile bags. And it literally covered most of the island of America. That's called a big plan. Number one oil man in the world is Doug, man better than me. Gas man is Doug, better than me. Almost double. Is that right, Chris?
We also know that you're a deal maker, Greenland and Ukraine. What kind of deal in the end do you see between the U.S., Ukraine, and Denmark?
Well, it's costing Denmark very expensive. It's a small piece of ice. I mean, I don't want to repeat the speech, but it's very important that we use that for national and international gas and oil. No, Denmark was supposed to spend hundreds of millions of dollars. The United States of America, they didn't spend anything almost.
Do you see this very close or still?
Well, I hate to say it. I thought that was going to be so. I settled hundreds of millions of dollars, wars plus. And I thought that was going to be one of my easier ones. Not the easiest. Some I settled in a matter of hours. United Nations should be doing $1 billion. I shouldn't be doing it, but it doesn't matter. That's not good. That's not good for stealing. There's abnormal hatred. With that being said, I think we're going to try getting a deal done. With no moon, no light, no nothing. It's an unbelievable weapon. So, you know, we did our job. If we didn't do that, you would have never had peace in the Middle East. And the countries like Saudi Arabia, UAE, and Qatar could have, and others, signed anything because you would have had this dark cloud, and the dark cloud was Iran with nuclear.
Thank you, Mr. President, for your speech.